Welcome to the Full Charge Power Hour. I'm Matt Fulcher. We've already been having a good time without you. I don't know where you were. I'm here with Craig Coleman, Brian Irwin, patreon.com/the Full Charge. Pledge $1. Make us holler. It's great to be hanging out with you guys. Everyone's exchanging pet stories and vet stories. I've had an interesting week. I finally did that San Luis Obispo gig.
Okay.
That I've been talking about since we started this podcast.
That's right. The Northern California tour.
Yeah, the Northern California tour.
It's been spread out.
It was very spread out. It started in Crescent City in the middle of July.
Right.
And gave myself some breather room, gave myself a week, went to San Francisco, and then I gave myself 6 weeks to get to San Luis Obispo.
Okay. So you walked.
I like, Matt likes to do, look, I like to drive 800 miles to do a gig, come home, and then do it again later.
Right. That's
in the vaudeville days, it would have taken that much time to get to each one. So you were doing it old school.
In the vaudeville days, I would have had every 30 miles, I would have had a gig.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I screwed up this tour. And the funny part is, I'm now realizing I put no effort into some in-between gigs. Like, I didn't make one phone call, one email.
Do something on the way up or whatever.
I should have stacked it. Goddamn, why am I just realizing this right now? In my head, I'm a very hardworking, ambitious person.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's become videos. All I do is sit in my cave and make videos all day.
There you go.
The new currency is likes. It's not even money anymore. It's just likes. How many likes can I get?
You're addicted to the likes. Have you always been addicted to likes, or is it
I'm not addicted
likes?
to the likes. My point is, I'm getting likes instead of money. This is my currency because there is no other currency.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I mean, maybe you can take likes to the grave. Unlike money, you can't take it to the grave.
You can't take likes with you. Oh, well.
Yeah, no, I don't.
No currency there, nothing?
I don't like the like currency. Unlike.
Yeah.
Well, but haven't you been tricked into believing that the more likes you get, the better chances are you're going to get money sometime?
That's the deal.
That's the trick.
That's the deal. But we've been following this carrot that's in front of the donkey for 25 years now. Like, they make this happen, and then this will happen.
Yeah.
Because the business model is based on what already happened, and no one is predicting what will happen. The people that were able to predict that social media and podcasts were the way to go were the people that are now successful. There's something else. Like, we should be doing, like, 3D vision shit. You know what I mean? We should be doing smell vision. We should be getting into the new technology. I don't know what it is, though.
So likes are already over.
No, likes are still happening. My point is the technology that gets the likes is just barely out there. And if we were smart, we'd be going after it. But I'm just so worn out from what we're already doing that I'm always, by trying to stay current, I'm always one step behind.
Well, that and, the guys that are like, look at so-and-so's fucking $12 million mansion. He's a YouTuber. And it's like the people that my kid used to watch. But the guy plays video games. They just play video games.
Because they were in it for the love of the game, and they were just doing that for fun.
Yeah.
That's why. And that's why they're ahead of it.
Yeah,
they were ahead of it.
Too grandpa-y there, right? You're like, these damn kids over there.
I know,
right? You know what I'm saying? These kids over here making money riding skateboards.
Look, I've never denied.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, look, I was the guy
that worked too, though.
I was the guy who was like,
Lords of Dogtown.
Oh, we're gonna go see our friend. He's a DJ, and I'm like, DJ? Who gives a fuck? Like, that's stupid. And then I go, then you see that on the YouTube. You're like, how many people are at this show?
Did you just say the YouTube? You're getting more.
I know.
All right,
God damn it. Look.
You should have put the YouTubes. Put an S on it, too, if you want to be that old. Right?
You fucking son
You
of
go
a
to
bitch.
Las Vegas. We heard this, me and Segura, when we were there working a long time ago. This is like 10 years ago. These are prices from 10 years ago. DJs were making either $300,000 a set or $500,000 a set. Do you know what the difference was? The $500,000 a set, you mixed live. The $300,000 a set,
it's pre-programmed?
You pre-program and hit a button and go like this.
Yeah, dude.
And go, make some noise.
That's who you want to be, dude.
That's who I want to be. I want to be that guy.
Well, you don't just get that overnight, though. You guys know that, right?
You kind of do, though. No, I know. You're right. But still, like, the fact that much money can be made when you're not doing something live.
Right.
It's just your face. And, like, I don't know what a lot of DJs look like. I don't know.
Right.
Like they're not like in the video or
How do you
whatever.
even determine what a great DJ mix is that's better than another DJ's mix to
Hey,
make
people are getting down, dude.
Thank you for making my point for me.
And
Right.
again, maybe I'm taking the old man approach.
No.
I genuinely don't understand what makes a great
They
DJ.
they get those asses in the seats, dude.
But why?
I don't
How?
because it's a party.
a
Okay,
fucking- yeah.
that's why. Because
So the three of us couldn't just throw a party and we couldn't
No.
put butts in the seats?
No,
look at us.
no, we're too fucking old, dude. Come on.
But if you took 20-year-old Matt, 23-year-old Coleman,
Yes.
27-year-old Irwin,
Yes.
And asked him not to join.
and
You.
no, you're in the bands.
We'd be blazing joints and like
Cracking light sticks.
What's up, dude? My friend, 1989. We were living in Torrance, and my roommate, he goes, this is back when Korn was LAPD, and so he was all about town. He comes home one morning, wakes me up. Saturday, he comes home at like 5 in the morning. Dude, I went to this thing last night. It's called a rave. He goes, it's fucking amazing, dude. He goes,
He's still jacked.
yeah, and I'm all, what? And he goes, we went into this, it was a shut down mall. He goes, I don't know how they got in there. He goes, but we went into this mall, outdoor mall, and they had fucking bubble machines, and they filled the whole thing like laundry soap in everywhere. It was everywhere. And I go, what are you talking about, dude? And he goes, dude, there are people dressed up in mascot uniforms and the bubbles. He just kept saying the bubbles.
Girls had lollipops.
Everybody was high on acid and da-da-da. And the music, I don't even know what James Brown is dead. That's what, and he goes, I don't even know, dude. He goes, it was amazing.
James Brown is dead.
And I go, raves. He goes, it's the new thing, dude. It's the new thing.
And he was right.
And he was
this is how the internet worked back
absolutely
then.
right.
They showed up in your kitchen while you're making coffee.
Exactly.
Still high on coke and
I'm
acid.
like rolling a joint like, what? How did I miss this?
So this San Luis Obispo gig, I made far less money than $300,000.
And worked
And
a lot
I had to go live.
Yeah.
I had to go live, baby.
Yeah.
I had to be like cleaning things up every 30 seconds, remembering my jokes.
Right.
I'd never seen rednecks at a winery before. Getting ahead of myself. My point is, first of all, I did the rookie move, which I know better, which is, well, I had to. This is relevant to what we were talking about before. I had to clean my apartment because someone was coming over to feed the cat.
Got it.
Right? And so I did a small amount of
good
cleaning the
surface
night
clean.
before.
Why
And
did
then
you
I
have to
said,
clean the apartment?
I'll get it in the morning. But then you realize, do I really want the neighbor to see this?
How
do
I
I really
live?
want the neighbor to see
Oh, that's what it was, a neighbor.
that?
So it's personal, dude.
So it's like you give it a really good clean.
Okay.
Because you can't have people thinking you're the slob that you are.
Yeah.
Even
yeah.
though all of us behind closed doors, all humans are
Everyone.
for the most part
Especially if
slob.
your wife's out of town.
Can I tell you,
Yeah.
would you guys agree in the fact that if there are people that are not messy ever, even when no one's around or there's a little bit of they're psychotic
Yeah.
danger?
They're OCD.
Yeah, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
I mean, it's fine.
I think it's great to have a clean apartment.
They look like civilized people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's but if it's too clean,
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
Is I'm kind of that way when my wife's in town. I'm like, we gotta have order. We gotta have order. But then as soon as she leaves, I'm a wreck.
Lord of the
All bets are
Flies.
I'm
off.
a wreck. So what is? I don't even know what that is. I think I'm just saying, like, if I'm messy
Right.
and you're messy, we're gonna be living in
Right.
like the fucking second act of Star Wars when they
Right.
fall in the trash chute. You know what I mean? So it's like we gotta be on each other a little bit.
So to what you said, so doing what we do, we go into people's houses to film, right?
Yeah.
And so we'll show up on the day. Everybody in this fucking house is well aware 80 people are about to come into your house.
Yep.
And you'll go into some houses, it's immaculate. And usually you're like, okay, they got a cleaning lady.
Of course they do, because you're going into
yeah.
places that
Sure.
yeah.
Sure. But then we do regular people's houses too.
Okay.
And it'll be clean. But then sometimes you go into people's houses and it's just fucking trashed. And the art department will look at me and they'll be like, did they know we were coming, dude?
But here's the good news.
Yeah.
Or actually the bad news. It's your job to make sure the place looks exactly how it looked before they got there.
Yeah.
So you'd be like, hey, there was a bunch of trash right over there. You got to put that back.
Yeah, there was a dad. There was a dad after we were done and I'd give him the walkthrough of the house. He goes, oh, you guys are so good. He goes, you put my kids' trash back exactly like they had it here.
Did he say it?
He did. He goes, that's amazing. He goes, He goes, I kind of hope that would be gone.
So he was using you guys as somebody that might clean this shit up.
He was hoping, but
he was hoping
we don't play that game. It's like, no. It needs to look like it did.
We're already paying
or a
you.
little better. If the floor's clean, how's that?
Yeah.
I did this one girl's house. This girl, beautiful girl, right? Lived downtown by herself. Hey, Craig, cool as shit. She leaves. She comes back. The day she comes back, goes inside, runs out into the hallway. She goes, Craig, oh my God. She goes, my place is so clean. She goes, I'm a fucking pig. She goes, I live like a fucking animal. And I just started laughing. She goes, how bad was it? I go, it wasn't that bad. She goes, it was bad. And it was bad.
Okay.
You're being kind.
You're being kind.
I was being very kind, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's why it's bad is because people are always kind to her because she's attractive.
Because she's attractive.
No one's going to be like, you got to clean this shit up. You got nothing going for you.
Yeah.
You got everything going for you. You can do whatever you want.
Craig knew where this was going, and it was going nowhere near Craig, so Craig could say whatever Craig
He was
wanted.
also on the clock at the time, so it's time to be nice.
Oh, I'm going to be nice to Michelle. Michelle's a good person.
Yeah. So eventually I get on the road by like noon, which isn't bad, but it's not ideal either. It's a holiday weekend. Yeah, you're definitely a little bit down to the wire. You're gonna have to get to the hotel, get ready, and then go to the gig. It's a 7:00 gig, so it's not, and it's a 200-mile drive, which coming out to about 4 hours and some change.
Okay, yeah.
So it's not terrible, but. And that's 4 hours with traffic. That's the glory of the modern age. I'll give the modern age that. You can tell what it's going to take, and it'll give you back roads through terrible parts.
Yeah. Right.
Just a side note, I'd like to voice this idea. Is there a gas station in the greater Los Angeles area that has an air pump for your tires that actually has a meter on it that tells you what your air pressure is? You guys are looking at me like you don't check the pressure in your tires.
No. I was trained by my father.
Yes, exactly. Okay, thank God. Thank God.
I carry a meter, and also on those on newer cars.
I carry a meter too, but I don't trust my meter.
The tire gauge is on.
Right.
It's Opie from.
Dude, I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I had the meter too, but it's like this cheap Allstate one. Yeah. No disrespect, Allstate. I love you. My Uncle Peter gave it to me. But it just goes like like you can't trust it for anything.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But just the fact that you have one, you feel good about yourself.
I do.
It's got the pocket clip on it, so you can keep it right there just in case.
I pride myself in being someone
be left alone by girls
who changes. I pride myself in being someone who changes the oil, knows how to check the fluid in the coolant. And the air pressure, the tire pressure,
all right.
That makes me feel like I'm doing something right. Also, my dad, I feel my dad just like in the passenger seat hovering above me, like you're gonna drive 200 miles without checking this? Are you out of your mind? You need to change your last name. Yeah, that type of thing.
Again, we were raised by different people.
Right.
My dad would be like smoking a joint and be like, "Yeah, never trust a fat cokehead. They're probably a cop."
That's his car advice?
Okay. That's just life advice. That's just life advice from my dad.
And was that also the guy that fixes the cars, and that's why he said don't go there?
No. He sold used cars, so.
Oh, well, there you go.
So I knew mechanics. Like I grew up around mechanics.
Well, you knew guys that could fix it good enough to get it off the block.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right.
So, how far you need to go?
Yeah. This will get you out of town.
So I get to the hotel, and I get there around 4:30. I'm right on schedule. I got some time.
All right.
Yeah. Again, and I not much time though because I want to get ready, want to shave. It is a winery, and
a little classy.
I look at the address to the gig, and it's 28 miles.
Oh shit!
From the hotel, which means I got to put another 60 miles on top of the 200 to do this.
Who booked the hotel?
Gig.
You?
No.
Well, I just want to make sure you didn't make the mistake. So that's the hotel they gave you for the gig.
The only mistake I ever made, and I will never make it again, but I've never had to do this, is not looking at the hotel address versus the venue because most people, most bookers, no offense, asshole, but no people. I'm assuming he's listening to the podcast.
Yeah. Everyone does.
I can't believe he's saying that.
And I love you. You're a nice guy, but come on. We'll get the hotel within, let's say 10, but really 3 miles of the gig.
How about within the same city?
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
That's fair.
And so, like, I don't know why, but I'm the only one freaking out about this. I almost just took the hotel, didn't go to the gig, and just not get paid. That's me. I'll just burn down the house.
I'm leaving home.
Because it didn't even pay that much, and I was so exhausted. I get so cranky. I don't know what it is about driving, but concentrating for 4 hours just makes me bonkers.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. It's as if I ran 3 miles. I'm exhausted.
That's fair.
You know?
I think that's because like we're all used to being alone with ourselves, like in houses and stuff like that. But cars really force it.
Well, you're constantly. You don't realize you're constantly making sure you're not going to die.
Yeah, there's that too.
And there's like a death threat every 6 minutes, right? Like
Never really looked at it that way, but that's fair.
That's what it is.
It's fair.
So you are on high alert. You might not have that level of panic, but every once in a while you do have like an adrenaline rush, and you just you know you can't lose focus for 3 seconds. You know, so your body's on high alert.
Try
and then you're just
driving
exhausted.
a 29-foot RV across America with your family.
No thanks.
I'm not going to try that.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on it, but I did it, and now I own it, and I'll be doing it again. So
I've already seen that movie.
Yeah, every movie about that's a disaster.
People get murdered in those movies, so yeah, no way. Or some crime happens. Great, now the mafia's after us across 3 state lines or whatever. It's like, no.
Yeah, may I suggest
so I just
avoiding
got in
the,
like for some reason the whole thing was like it was the craziest gig because there was like 5 comedians, but it paid shit money.
yeah,
When we could have just done the traditional 3 comedians with a hierarchy,
yeah.
and we all could have like walked with some. Besides the MC, we could have walked with some money.
Were they all local?
No. So I'm the only one like making a fuss over there.
Did they think you guys were driving in a bus together, so it all made sense?
Well,
Like
I
a
wish
funny
that.
bus?
I asked. I'm like, I just put it in the Facebook chat, which is kind of crazy to begin with. Like we're all in the same chat, and I go,
Okay.
"Am I getting this right? The hotel is 30 miles away from the gig." I go, "Is there a shuttle?" And like, no, and then
Yeah, dude, is there a shuttle?
so I text the guy. I'm like, "Can I get a ride?" And then I get a phone call, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" And I'm explaining to him,
Who called?
the booker.
Because he was part of the thread.
I texted him. I
Okay.
got his number. I texted him, and he called me, and I'm like, "Oh, great, a phone call. This could easily be resolved in a text, yes or no."
Yeah, no.
And, you know, he's just like, "Well, I booked that because the next night we're at this." And I just explained to him, I don't want to drive 60 miles on top of 200 miles. I go, "Will you reimburse me for an Uber?" Which is $100, by the way.
All right.
That's how far away the thing is.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
He goes, "How much does that cost? I don't usually use that service." I'm like, "Get the... You don't
Come
use
on,
Uber."
dude.
And he's going to give me $20 for it. So he just sets up a
What is it,
ride
1940s.
with another comedian, which I feel like such a douche. Like
Right.
now I'm just getting in this other guy's car. Not that it's any I'm not putting this other comic out.
No.
But what I'm saying is it's okay if this comic drives, but it's not okay if I drive.
Yeah.
But by the way, I wouldn't have it any other way at this point. Like I'm not driving that extra 60 miles, and I'm gonna have a glass of wine.
That's my next question.
Yeah.
Did you treat yourself?
Yeah, because it was not an easy gig. I was happy with my performance, but it's just like driving that car. You're like, on, dude, you got no time. My favorite part, I wish I taped it because at one point, this woman had a baby, an infant.
Baby, dude.
Yeah, and I go, "No, hold on." I go,
God.
"Hey, ladies, the baby think I'm funny?" And she goes, "No."
Oh, she answered.
Like the baby's gonna think I'm funny.
Hilarious.
But she was pissed, as in, "I don't think you're funny."
Wow.
Yeah.
Was she pissed at you, or was she pissed at the fact that she somehow thought it was a good idea to take a baby to a winery and a comedy show simultaneous?
I'm gonna blame her. Anything if she is mad at me, she's really upset with herself. She's really like, "God, I can't believe this show is so bad." It's like, no,
Yeah.
you can't believe the the trilogy of bad decisions you just made.
Exactly.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight. I don't know what you're doing tomorrow, but it's probably not great either.
She's like, man, I did two things that I didn't want to do sober. Have this baby and go to a comedy show.
Yeah, right. She's just up walking around with the thing.
Yeah, let's go to the booze factory. I'll bring the baby. It'll be fun.
I got to give props to the baby. It wasn't crying. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, that would be even funnier if you're like, you're making my baby cry. Like,
No.
there are a million places to be in this world, and you chose the worst one.
show.
And you can walk out this second if you like.
I could see comedy, certain types of comedy, making a baby cry.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll hold your baby while I do my comedy.
my kid accused me. My youngest threw up
so-
in my car once, and he blamed the music I was listening to.
Okay.
So I mean, there are triggers.
To be
Apparently,
fair, what were you listening to?
Depeche
I don't
Mode.
remember.
Dave
but-
Matthews Band or something?
I like how you both immediately had an idea.
I'll puke.
One, based on what I am and what I look like.
No.
No.
It's based on what would make me vomit.
Yeah, same. Exactly.
Now, to
And
be
I
fair,
like Craig's answer better,
To be
honest.
fair, I do
Depeche
like
Mode's
both bands.
Yeah, there you go, dude.
Yeah.
But it probably wasn't either one of those
Right.
bands. But
Yeah.
you know,
I had somebody put, hey, can I put some music on? I was driving them to the comedy show, and they put on Dave Matthews. I pulled the car over. I ejected the tape. I go, you ever do that again? You're walking to the fucking show.
I don't even like the hits.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Sorry, Dave. You
Duly
seem like a
noted.
cool guy.
Yeah.
I like your hairline. You give me hope. That I think we have the same
Right.
hairline. So, and he's famous. So I like that.
Right.
I like that about him.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. He seems like he's an all right person.
So, segue. I told everybody about my trip to the dentist. And,
yes.
And just so you know, just in case anyone's listening, I pay upwards of $500 a month for my health insurance.
Okay.
It's not nothing.
That is not nothing.
It's probably cheap for my age,
right.
but
I don't know.
it's not nothing. Is that high or low?
It's pretty high.
Oh, you don't know. You're on your wife's work.
Yeah,
I'm on my
yeah,
wife's
yeah.
too.
Sorry,
they,
but
you know, it's like $300 a month. It's
Yeah.
I
pretty
mean, you
killer.
know,
I used to be on my wife's, and now I'm just in the wild, wild west, man. Just
it's not great. It's not horrible. There are some people that pay a lot more, but you know, let's just talk about what we get for $500
Okay.
a month. That's the real answer,
all
right?
right. So you already know what I got from my dental insurance, which that only cost me $14 out of that 540,
which is crazy.
I know.
The rest of it is all just doctor stuff.
Yeah.
Like honestly, if my wife left me, they'd be like, "Yeah, we're not going to insure you." Yeah,
The answer's no.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if you noticed when you walked through the door, like Jesus was standing behind you, looking at his watch. So yeah.
Well, that's interesting you say that.
Yeah.
I'll get to that in a minute.
So $500 judgment on hold until the story.
So my health insurance is so, I'm going to say bad, because I went to this one place called One Medical, which is kind of an outside thing. You pay $200 a year. You get a great doctor's office experience.
Okay.
But I went there and they're like, with this health insurance, you can't come here because it interferes with this health insurance, which I guess is subsidized on some level, but it shouldn't be. I'll get to that again. I'll get to that in a minute. So I make an appointment for like what my doctor is on this plan, and they can't see me for over a month.
Right.
So the day before, I'm like, do I really have a doctor's appointment? Because I got no email, no phone call. And, you know, it's a little stressful because at this point, since it took me a month, I've got to get my prescription renewed, and it's down to the wire. So I call them up, and I'm like, I have an appointment tomorrow, right? And she's like, no, I don't see it. Yeah, okay, yeah, you know, which is weird, you know, like it's a weird thing to do to like start speaking before you know what's going on.
By the way, that was a really good Adam Sandler impression.
Yeah, thank you very much. I then ask for the address. She gives me like no information whatsoever.
What?
I get to the doctor's appointment.
Where do you think it is? That's not an answer.
I get to the doctor's appointment after I swim laps because I got to keep my blood pressure right before I go in there, and they put me on more pills or whatever. So I get there, And it's that hospital on Vermont and Fountain. It's a very old school looking Hollywood. It's a very big building. It doesn't matter if you can picture it or not. It's a huge building. And now
my wife, that might be where my wife got her open heart surgery.
Okay, so I've been to the hospital before.
Is it across from the Scientology?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's around there.
Yeah.
So the point is, there's a million things there.
There is.
And they gave me no directions whatsoever.
Yeah.
I'm all over this building.
There's several buildings.
Right. And so at no point does she mention Doctor's Towers, which is pretty literal, but it's not like there's signs
No.
on the front. It's all the way on the back.
But at least you could say this is where I need to go, and
She should tell me.
Somebody could tell you.
She should tell me.
Sure, she definitely should tell you. There's like 5 buildings, and they all look the same.
Thank you, Craig. I'm glad you're here. I'm
Yeah.
glad you took the time
They're
to picture
they're all
that.
blue.
I was trying to rush through that. I'm glad you spent the time on that.
Now, Craig, do you know the exact floor plan? It would be good to know this.
What's your exit strategy?
I do now. I do now. Because I know exactly what he's going through. Like, I parked way over there.
Well, so far he's going through the magical mystery tour here just to get his blood pressure checked.
Oh, it's pretty.
That's
now
really
your
all I'm
blood
there
pressure's
for.
Off the
I
chart.
just need my production right. Exactly. I'm stressed, and I'm about to get more stressed. I go in there, and it's the same as the dentist's office. No cigarette smell, but it's kind of like an off-white. Kind of looks like a building from the 80s, which it's really a building from like the 30s or something, or that new.
Probably, yeah.
They give me a ton of paperwork to fill out.
Oh, man.
One of the pieces of paper is so Xeroxed, and that's what I'm saying, Xeroxed. They're still using a Xerox machine. You can barely read it.
Right.
It's illegible. And part of what you got to fill out is it says like name of doctor's office. So 4 times I have to sit there and write their doctor's office name in their paperwork.
Oh God, dude, that shit's annoying.
But so you're confused. You're like, do I really have to write that?
Yeah, you already
in
know
there?
who you are.
And it's hard to read. It's confusing. I go up and I say, I don't understand what this term means. I don't understand what this paper is saying. And the woman starts to explain it to me. And she's not making any sense. To the point where the other woman sitting next to her, there's like a co-pilot there.
Yeah.
She starts explaining it. Still not great. I start explaining what I think they're saying to them.
Right.
Like, so if I'm unconscious or there's an emergency, you guys are in charge of me, my body. They're like, that's it, that's what it is.
Yeah, that sounds good.
You got it, that's exactly what it is. And I'm like, all right, you know.
I don't feel good about this.
I wouldn't have signed this again. I sit back down in the waiting room, and this woman, she pops her head out of the door, and she just goes like this.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
All
She
right.
doesn't say my name.
Is this Hollywood Horror Nights at Universal Studios,
just-
or is this a doctor's appointment?
This is what I'm saying. I'm starting to pick up on this. She goes like this, and I'm looking around, you know, because usually they say your first name.
Sure.
Anything.
Oh, by the way, this is very
Yeah,
important.
Absolutely.
This is very important. The woman at the front desk has already called me Mike twice.
You should have just packed it up right there. You should.
I need the medication. It takes a month to get this gig. Brian, what else are we going to talk about on the podcast?
That's true.
She called me Mike, and I correct her every time. Matthew, because I don't want to go to CVS and try to pick up a prescription
Mike.
for
You're not
Mike
getting it.
Fultron.
Yeah, you're not getting it. Yeah.
All right. So I correct her every time. This woman doesn't have my name. I look around, and then somebody else walks in. I go, okay, I guess that wasn't for me. Again, 5 minutes later, she opens the door, and she goes like this. And I go, me? And she goes, mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
I walk in. She's like, I go, I'm Matthew. Like, let's get this introduction started.
Sure.
She's like, I'm not going to say her name, but she says her name. She wants to take my weight. It's in the hallway, the scale.
Okay.
There's people walking past my back while I'm on the scale.
Yeah.
She wants me to take out my wallet, my keys, and my phone and put it down on this really cluttered counter with like a Xerox machine and like a fax machine. There's another office where they're blasting Christian talk radio out of it.
Oh, shit.
Have you ever been in a doctor's office where someone is listening to their computer? You have?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess I'm not alone in this.
It drives me crazy.
There's no digital scale. She has me do it herself.
What?
Yeah.
Has you doing it?
She has me working the thing.
You're like, what are you getting fucking paid for? And she's like, look, we're going to take your kidney out. And you're like, oh, okay.
So here's the knife, Matthew. Michael.
Michael.
Look, Michael.
Michael, if you could just make a small incision right here.
I go back in the waiting room. They call me Mike again. They wave me.
Wait, they sent you
wave
back
me in
out?
again. I correct them again. It's Matthew. I'm starting to get nervous about this prescription.
Yeah, dude.
Because it doesn't, there's a million, there's like 6 sheets of paper with my name on it.
You can't
And
read one of them?
she can't get my name right. I go in the doctor's
Do you need a
office.
pill right now?
Huh?
Do you have any pills?
I might
feel
need
like
one.
this story might get you might need one.
Aaron, can you get this picture ready? Please don't show it yet, but I'd like to have it handy. I go in there. The doctor, he's wearing a mask, but I can still smell his breath.
Whoa.
Which does not equal good health.
Okay, so it wasn't cigarette or booze.
No, it was just
That's awesome.
Halitosis.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
It's like you're rotting from the inside, sir.
I give him my prescriptions, right away. No, first he asked me what health insurance I'm on. And I tell him, no, he goes, are you on this health insurance? I go, no, I'm on this health insurance. He's like, it's actually the same thing. And he starts explaining it to me for upwards of 2 minutes. To the point where I go, is this like affecting my treatment? The answer is no. It's the same doctor's office for everybody.
Right.
But I'm like, he's talking about it so much that I go, okay, all right.
Is this on the test? Shit.
Then he looks at his thing and he starts explaining some more about it. And I'm like, did I do something wrong? I don't know why he's explaining this to me so much. It's interesting to me, but how could it possibly
Yeah.
So I show him all the drugs I'm on, and I have this like hair treatment that I wanted to show him. I'm like, is this chemical? Like, is this bad if I put this on my head? And he goes, probably not.
No, wrong
Probably.
answer.
Solid doctor, dude.
Okay.
Probably not.
Now, you and I think...
Instant answer.
And just to be clear, I think you and I have had this conversation. Are you and I similar in the fact that, I mean, I'm a little bit of a hypochondriac, so I'm always thinking about all my health. So that's kind of where you live?
I just want my dick to work.
But do you get concerned about other stuff?
Not anymore.
So that hair thing was totally related to the dick thing.
I'm saying there's certain drugs that make your dick not work.
Correct.
And
Especially-
I don't want to take something
Especially the hair thing.
because what
right?
I've read, and actually, so I guess I am a hypochondriac. What I've read is this drug isn't good for your dick, but I think there's a difference between spraying it on your head and taking a pill with the same drug, and that's what I'm trying to ask the guy.
So the probably is the
taking the
worst
pill.
answer you could probably. You need a guy that knows what's up.
In other words, he's just like, Google it again.
He's like, look, I don't know everything.
Then he says, does it work? I'm like, I don't know, man. You're the doctor.
Wait, which part?
Awesome,
the
dude.
lower or the upper?
The upper. Does it work on
okay.
my hair? Does this drug work at what it's supposed to do? He goes, does it work? I say, I don't know. Because I don't know because I haven't used it.
Hence the reason why you're asking.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much. $500 a month. I feel like I should get an answer.
Absolutely.
$35 copay. I feel like I should get an answer.
You should know my name.
Right. And by the way, most of my doctor's appointments and experiences and dentist experiences in the past 10 years have been amazing. Clean offices, very smart people. I
Right.
mean, doctors. We're talking about doctors here.
Right.
This guy, I don't know what's going on with him.
Something happened here. I don't know what's going on. You're in a transitional phase when it comes to the medical world.
So he's like, all right, we need to take your EKG. He goes, I'm going to walk out of here. And by the way, before I forget, at one point when I'm talking to my doctor, somebody just does the knock walk in. You know what I mean? Like
Kramer?
the knock walk in, like not the knock walk in. Like, I'm coming in.
Yeah.
This guy brings an empty wheelchair in and puts it in the room. And I notice there's like 2 or 3 wheelchairs in the room. So I'm getting my appointment in wheelchair storage. $540 a month.
Was there at least cotton balls in there in one of those jars?
Well, we'll get to that right fucking now.
Okay,
Thank you for
okay.
reminding
Could
me.
we stock the room?
Get ready, Aaron. So I take my shirt off because I'm getting an EKG, and I sit up on the thing with the paper on it, and I look at the counter he was just at and that I was sitting next to, and there's 2 different signs that are printed out off of a printer that say, very big letters, dirty area. I took a picture of it.
Dirty
What is it?
areas.
I'm sitting at that chair right there to the left when I was talking to him. And Aaron, can you show the other one? This is all the counter. And I don't know what that means. I don't know how that's legal. And right next to the hand sanitizer, dirty area.
Huh.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
You guys feel this isn't funny to you guys.
That's
this has now
weird.
gotten disturbing for you guys.
Well, it's just, it's definitely weird.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. And then the other thing, I think you had like an old school AOL connector phone right next to that thing. Like, dude, that's how they get on the internet.
There's
They
no
put the phone on
internet.
the thing.
Yeah, there's practically no internet there. Everything's done by hand.
Surprised there's not like a dirty blood bag just fucking
This is so funny. You guys are now disturbed.
chucked on the counter. Yeah.
I thought that was gonna get a laugh. You guys are like, Matt, you can never. I'm never going back to this
We're
office.
concerned for you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're not going back.
So
That's fair.
So the woman that weighed me comes in and she does the EKG and she's like,
of
she's
course.
concerned that I have hair. She's like, we might have to shave your chest. And I'm like,
I thought you were just going in to get a checkup.
this is a checkup, but
an
they're
EKG
giving me
is
an
a
EKG.
Okay.
Is that crazy?
They run through everything so that they put it on the bill.
That's what I thought.
and
Well,
then they get paid for it.
okay, all right. So I get the EKG, but while she's putting the stuff, they're just like basically stickers all over my like hairy body.
Sure.
She goes, "You need to watch your blood pressure," and I go, "They haven't taken my blood pressure yet," and I watch my blood pressure regularly. That's why I'm here. I swim laps, I eat right, and I take medication. She goes,
Right.
"You need to watch your blood pressure," and I go, "I do."
Did you fucking hear what I just said?
She goes, "The woman in the next room, she just had to go to the emergency room because her blood pressure was too high," and I'm like,
Now your blood pressure's going up. Just
"You're not supposed to tell me."
Hey, you're not supposed to tell me that.
well, that's
shit.
HIPAA. I hear that. She didn't give a name at least.
What
but-
other people
Right.
are doing here?
She
This
said-
is basic stuff. And this is like illegal.
Yeah, totally, dude.
Where are you finding these?
I don't
people?
even think she's certified. She's not wearing any nurse clothes or anything. It seems like she's from a temp agency or something.
When we're
just
off the
hide-
air, I'm going to have to go ahead and review your insurance paperwork because I have
Yeah.
no idea where you're being sent.
Yeah,
I love
If the
okay.
name of your insurance company is Mike, we need to talk. I don't know. You are not really getting insured, but continue.
That's pretty great. It's pretty great. You're just like, this is a scam.
Yeah.
Did you guys just pay someone to be in this room?
She gets
Somebody showed up.
Yeah.
Shit.
she, get-
Cotton balls.
Shit.
she gets my
$35?
here you go.
It's math.
Sucker. Hi, I'm Sucker Mike. Mike the Sucker. She goes to rip the stuff off,
Oh, no.
but she's ripping it off real slow and she's making noises like, "Oh no, and I go, "Just rip it off. Just rip it off like a Band-Aid." Are you familiar with the
God,
term
dude.
Band-Aid?
Thank God you weren't going
Have
in
you
for
been to a
anything
medical
real,
office?
dude.
Yeah,
You
no,
know what
now
a
you can see how
Band-Aid
crazy it is that I signed that. Can you imagine I'm in their hands
Yeah, dude, your wife.
and I'm unconscious?
Your wife would be like, "Look, before he came in here, he wasn't a vegetable."
Right,
That's all I'm
right.
saying.
Dude, I could see you being passed out, them throwing you on some sort of gurney and running you down the street for 6 blocks on a gurney trying to
Just
take you to
dumping
any
your-
other hospital
Luckily-
place.
Or
You,
better-
you take
no.
them? Can
More
you?
like, "Hey, so Craig, at 2:00 in the morning, we need you to take that guy about 30 miles away from here. And I don't need to know where or what happens. You just drive away."
Luckily, there's a hospital built into the thing.
that
Probably
you
where they
know
get
of.
half the-
Yeah.
That you know of.
Yeah.
Just because he said that doesn't mean it's true.
No, I've been to this hospital.
Okay, all
I
right.
feel like
okay.
it's a prank show.
Yeah, no, I know. So they didn't use me because I didn't react. I was just like, eh.
You're like,
So he
"I'm
takes my blood.
terrified."
So the doctor comes back in. He takes my blood pressure, and I'm lying down, which is not how you're supposed to do it. But I
No,
don't give a fuck.
you're
the,
not.
The bottom number, the top number is low. The bottom number is like slightly high, because I'm pretty stressed out at this point.
Yeah,
sure.
It was 84.
I'm
It's
stressed
not
out
bad.
right now in this story.
I know. I thought we were gonna have more.
Right,
I thought we were gonna have more.
I've
laughs
checked my
over
blood
this.
pressure 3 times during this story.
Right. So then, like, I'm wearing a shirt of a comedy club I've been to, and it has the restaurant of the comedy club advertised on the back, and it says burgers and wings. And he goes, "Oh, burgers and wings, huh?" He goes, "My son," now he wants to talk burgers.
Right?
Like, I'm talking burgers with the doctor. He's like, "My son owns this like great burger place." Now he's recommending fast food to me.
That's fucking awesome, dude. That's awesome.
Is it covered by the insurance, Mike?
I hope so.
I mean, look, job security, right?
Yeah.
He goes, the more burgers
Yeah,
you eat.
no,
give
he's
you a
going to be
coupon
working.
on
He's
the
going to be
way out?
working there. So.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? You go in there, he's actually slinging it. Oh, hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike. I make a few extra dollars on the weekend. Like, you're a fucking doctor. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. What?
No, I'm not.
I go back in the waiting room. This woman snakes. I've been there an hour now. This woman snakes me on a walker, like, but people have walkers sometimes, but they can walk just fine.
Sure.
She walks in there. She starts signing in, but she's got fingernails that are about like 3 inches long.
Oh my God.
The type of fingernails that are bedazzled.
Oh,
with, like,
okay.
fake jewelry on them.
I don't even
and
get
when you
it.
put them together, it makes a picture or whatever.
Yeah. Oh.
I go
what?
back. I finally get back up to
That's
the office.
insane.
They or the window. They call me Mike again. I'm not kidding you. I correct them again. They ask me to sit back down so they can write the prescription. It's like, just write the prescription. But I also don't trust them, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna sit back down.
You better say Matt on there.
I sit back down.
Matt.
This woman with the fingernails takes a FaceTime in the waiting room. She's talking to somebody who's crying and cursing and screaming and yelling. I feel like I'm in a Cyndi Lauper video.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
They call me Mike again. I tell them my name is Matthew again. I walk up there. They call me Matthew now. And she's like, we're going to call that prescription again. I'm like, good, I need it. I go over the prescription again.
And
They charge me $35 for this experience, which probably took a year off my life.
It's true.
I get home. I get a text that the prescription is ready. Thank God. Because you can only imagine trying to make a phone call
Sure.
or going back there and trying to get this resolved.
I don't even know who you are.
The dude said I had like I go to CVS. The dude said I had refills for like a year. I get there. There's no refills on the combination drug that I have. They have the combination drug, but then they also, for no reason, just put in a 90 pill order for one of the drugs. Like, in other words, I take a combination, and they said, hey, here's also 90 pills of just one of the drugs, which if you take it, you'll be missing. So there's no point in having this medicine because
You
I'm
need
gonna
the
if
other
I get
part.
confused and take that one, then I'm only getting half my medicine.
Right.
So I'm just like,
So
don't.
now you have to reel backwards.
Yeah, I go. I only want half this order, and the CVS person is cool. They're very competent, even though every pharmacy you look at on Yelp is like 1 star, me. But
Right.
I like CVS. I'm plugging them.
Right.
And then she goes, "There's no refills on this. Do you want me to call them?" I'm like, "Yes, please."
Can you just take?
You call them and just remind them my name is Matthew. They're gonna think my name is Mike.
Yeah. That's too good.
I do want.
So then I drive up to San Luis Obispo. This is a Tarantino story. It's out of order.
Oh my God. Was that the same day?
No, it was the next day,
Okay.
which thank God, because I thought I was going to be having to drive back down from San Luis Obispo and get this order, and if it's wrong, I'm going to be dead
Sure.
from hypertension.
Right.
So. But does your dick? Will your dick be working during that time?
I mean,
My
most
dick is working.
importantly,
Okay,
does the dick
congratulations.
work?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Well, I mean, it
That's the
sounds.
happy ending, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like you're going through all of this shit just to make sure your dick works. Really,
could-
in the end.
I mean,
so-
look, Mike.
It's actually so I don't die.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, if you're gonna die, wouldn't you want your dick to work as much as possible
Yeah.
before it?
You're getting
it's
hung
like-
up on my dick working? That was just about the hair treatment.
No,
That's
well,
great.
no,
Yeah.
but you were, you
like
did
we're
bring
all,
it up to the doctor.
We're all standing around the casket. Go, yeah, but look, his dick's still hard.
I brought it up because he didn't. Because he said probably it's okay.
Probably.
I said, what about probably if my dick doesn't work? He's like,
There's another pill
I
for
never
that.
thought of that.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's a pill for everything.
Right.
maybe you get different porno.
Yeah, he also didn't jump on that. Like usually doctors are like, want a pill? Want a pill? Want a pill?
Now, that's actually not a bad thing. You don't want pill.
That is
pushers.
not a bad
So,
thing.
of all the things, now maybe it's because they just didn't know who you were or what you were there for or anything.
I told them.
So they didn't really know. Well, you may have said it. Apparently, you told them a lot of things.
I said, my name is Matthew, and I'm here for my blood pressure medication.
Okay,
it's-
Mike. Just have a
I would have
seat.
been here a month earlier, but
Yeah.
you fuckers are booked solid for some reason. By the way, there got to be there. I've been to clinics before that were much better. This seems like a free service.
Sure.
You know what I mean? This seems like sanctioned.
Yeah.
I definitely think it's subsidized by the city, which yes, there is some kind of crime going on here because I'm paying
Right.
twice. I'm paying a monthly payment and a copay.
And pretty high.
And then they're
copay.
also obviously seeing they're seeing people, no offense, that seem like they don't have health insurance.
Yeah.
Right.
Probably. You know what? You know how they got GoFundMe accounts? I think for you, we got to create an account called GoFindMe, and then people actually help you go find the right fucking doctors and
doctor.
dentists.
Yeah,
and-
I just
Set
took
up a
doctor's
GoFundMe
office that were
account.
close to my house.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you look at this building, you would think
It's legit.
you've seen the building.
Sure.
It's actually an incredible building
Yeah.
that's been there for 100 years.
Right.
Anyway,
Right.
I'm done talking for the day.
Well, you
got
scared me
anything?
now because my doctor, who was great, but totally stuck in the 80s, but was great, just retired. And I was devastated. I mean, I'm listening to this now going, that's why. Now I know why I was so devastated when she retired.
I was at, because it's like going on a first date. You got to tell them all this stuff all
and
over
this
again.
is not helping.
No, this is
at
like
all.
a first date at a Wendy's.
Yeah.
And then the irony of it is when that one medical, when I'm at a nice doctor's office
Oh,
in
sure.
Beverly Hills, and they're like, your health insurance is so bad that you can't see our doctor.
So are you going to go back?
The health insurance I couldn't even go see and pay out of pocket. In other words, they're like, this is going to affect your health insurance.
Sure.
It'll like cancel out your health insurance if you see a real doctor.
Right.
They want me dead. They want me dead.
They're done with you,
have
dude.
you
They're
thought
wrapping
about-
you up.
I tell you what, their counters are clean at One Medical.
Have you thought about going back? Clean counter. Have you thought about going back to One Medical?
I have to wait until I get new health insurance. That's how fucked up.
Sure.
Because I still need this health insurance for emergencies. God help me.
Oh, right. Heard that.
Yeah. What fun it is to be an
Heard
adult.
that. Yeah.
What a drag it is getting old.
Yeah. Yeah, these are all the stuff I don't even tell my kid.
Uh-huh.
When they're complaining about whatever, I just try to get them
Yeah,
through
don't
that.
wreck their youth. They'll find
No.
out soon
Yeah.
enough. There's a lot of things they don't need
Who
to know
wants
right
to be
now.
like,
Don't
look,
burden them.
Life's a kick in the fucking balls.
But get an electric toothbrush.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Floss at least once a week. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I just keep telling you really just got to keep going to college.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because you don't want to live like me. This sucks.
Hey, I went to college and I just told you that story.
Sure. Sure.
I'm sorry all this happened to you.
It's okay. I'm going to get new shit. I'm going to get better stuff.
Maybe.
No,
This is
definitely.
like,
What are you talking about?
because this is like,
Maybe.
I'll explain
Captain
to you why.
Hopeful.
I'm just saying, no, I'm just being practical here.
Trust me.
Because
No,
this is
fuck
like
practical.
this is like my son.
Yeah.
They get to a certain age where they want to be in charge of their hair
Yeah.
and their haircuts and their looks. And I say to them, go to this place. They want to go to this place or whatever. I go ahead. But there's a chance you're not going to like what you get when you come out of there. And you may end up having to go to 5 or 6 different people. They're going to fuck your hair up every time. And you're
Right.
going to have to live with that haircut until
Okay.
you settle on one. And then you're going to wish that those people never go away. I'm just being honest.
I hear what you're saying, and you're wrong. I got to tell you. Because, first of all, I didn't know that a doctor's office like this existed. Second of all, my wife is not going to let me have shitty health insurance.
Oh.
She's not going to let me.
So you're already off this health insurance as far as you're concerned.
It doesn't matter how much money it costs. I'm PPO from now on.
No, take it seriously. Though I am at the age now where I actually, when I go to grocery stores, the doctor's office, the dentist, I'll always walk in there and be like, so what's going on? How you guys doing? They're like, nope. We are not going to do the old man wants to fucking have fun conversations. Let's just fucking check in.
Let's get to it.
And just go sit over there. We'll call you within
Yep.
5 minutes and go. They are just like, no.
Let's pop
I
the,
don't understand what you're saying. So, like, if you're old, like, people won't
They
wait
don't
on
want
you.
to talk. If you
Let's
come
pop
in,
the hood, dude.
I've been crushing the gray beard, and since I crushed that gray beard, people are like, no conversations
But-
here.
but-
With this guy,
but-
Yeah.
nope.
but-
This is a rattler.
small talk.
This is
No.
a rambler.
But how does that translate to doctors and dentists?
They don't want to talk to you. Like
Talk
you
to
come
me.
in.
Give
No,
me
not
a
the
good-
doctors. I'm
yeah.
talking about checking in.
Oh.
When you check in, like you do the pleasantries, like, you know,
I
maybe
don't.
how you doing. Yeah, well, yeah, it's pretty often. Yeah. I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah, yeah.
There's-
No,
but-
I get what you're saying. Like at
Yeah.
like the Mexican restaurant, and like at a counter, but like doctor's offices are supposed to be different. Like
I just
you're
think
there to talk.
well, yes, with the doctor, absolutely. But I get very nervous around doctors and dentists because I feel like I failed them. I don't know
Me too. I feel like I'm putting them out.
Yeah.
So at least I got to feel like, no, they suck.
So I have a little bit of that. And what I don't like is like when I go to a dermatologist, there's this whole thing now. You have to have 2 people in the room stuff all the time, or like some doctors will bring 2 people in the room for like protection, and you're trying to have like real conversations.
I know. I went through that. Yeah.
And sadly, and this will work for all of us, I feel like I literally go into stand-up comedy mode because I don't know what else to do to deal with this uncomfortable situation.
You're naked.
So I literally start putting on a show.
Yeah.
And after a while, they're like, "Get in the light, wrap this shit up. What is he? Why is he still going? Why can't he be comfortable with this awkward situation? You know?
Look, small town guy. Give it a fucking rest.
She knows what I'm talking about. Stop talking to her.
Sir,
Just
your dick
focus
is
it.
out. You have a mole on your balls.
Yeah, exactly.
Eric, can we go to Eric Wendell right now?
Exactly, dude. That's too funny.
Save that story, Brian. We'll get to it next time. You had something you wanted to talk about.
Oh yeah, As I said, we'll do it next time.
I'd love to do it right now, but Wendell.
But Wendell.
Wendell. Like first of all, we have to acknowledge what a great, fun part of the show he is. But second of all, he does get upset with me if I would be like, "Hey, you got bumped by the Red Hot Chili Peppers."
Cat Williams is on the show.
So sorry.
What up, Wendell?
What's happening?
Speaking of roast beef buffets, there he is.
Yeah. Wow. Thanks for. Do I look like a side of roast beef? What's going on?
No, you're getting more attractive all the time. Honestly, you look thinner, and your beard looks like a G.I. Joe action figure. It looks like you snap it on.
I wish I felt thinner because I'm definitely not thinner. It must just be the lighting and
you
camera
look good,
angle,
buddy.
So I guess I'm doing my
I think
job.
it's the whole neck up thing, probably.
I'm trying to get as fat as you. Let's put it that way. I'm working hard to get as fat as you are, and I'll feel great about it.
It's not easy, man. Like, I guess I just have to work out more. I don't know. I'm not. I just have other physical issues that prevent me from getting as much exercise as I would like.
Well, Matt knows a great doctor you can go see to get your shit together.
I'm going to hook you up.
Oh, yeah?
Just don't touch the counter.
Is he as good as your dentist?
Worse.
Just when you get there,
Actually,
you get a discount if you tell him Mike sent you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And there's a certain burger restaurant that if you eat at it and you bring the receipt, you get $5 off.
Boom.
Wow.
Yeah.
This must be in the same strip mall as a dentist or something. Like
It's close. So
this sounds terrible.
It's one street over.
Oh, man.
All I can say is at least they didn't smoke there.
Inside.
That's nice.
No inside
Not
smoke.
not like my neighbors across the way over here that smoke weed 24/7.
Weed's fine. That's cigarettes, about.
Yeah,
weed's fine, but 24 hours a day, not really fine.
Well, how else are you supposed to live? No, I'm just kidding. I don't smoke that much weed.
Yeah, I guess so. Like my AC unit happens to be right here,
They're like,
so like
I'm home.
I guess that sucks in some of the smoke or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't get away from it.
That was probably great during the pandemic.
Yeah.
What movie are you gonna review?
I watched a little movie on Netflix the other day called The Union with Mark Wahlberg.
Oh wow.
And, Halle Berry.
Oh, that looked fucking terrible.
Do they know you or do they know you? I haven't. I don't know if that's true or not. Looks like it's true, but you put Halle Berry in anything, and I'm happy.
Oh,
to be honest with you.
I mean, she looked great, but it's PG-13, so you're not getting to see as much of Halle Berry as you would like. So
you're not getting full monster.
It's kind of a downer.
Think about how hard it is for Hollywood and actors and studios, because it used to be if you want to see Halle Berry, you had to go see the movie or rent the movie. Now you can just go on the internet and look at Halle Berry every day of her life.
Yes.
So you can skip the whole plot and just look at a 1-minute video or even a still photograph, and you're like, she's still got it, guys. She's still got it.
She does still have it, for sure.
Yeah, you could skip the whole plot of this movie too. Just turn the volume down and just watch Halle Berry, walking around and stuff.
Wasn't this movie made? I thought I saw something. Was it made by a pretty well-known director?
I looked up the director because I didn't recognize the name. He's directed a lot of TV shows.
Okay, then no.
Well known.
But the premise, right away, you're like, oh, this dumb movie.
What is the premise?
This dumb movie.
What is the premise?
Well, the premise is, did you see that movie Central Intelligence with The Rock and Kevin Hart?
No. Can you tell me
the high school buddies?
That kind of looked funny
though. On this show years back. That was actually pretty funny.
Yeah, because Kevin Hart's a comedian. He's actually good, and The Rock is actually good at comedic acting. Halle Berry?
Right.
Come on. Comedic? No.
Yeah, she's not much of a comedian, and it's basically the same type of story. So Central Intelligence, these two high school buddies get together because, obviously The Rock has been secretly working for the CIA all these years, and now all of a sudden
because he's inconspicuous.
His buddy from high school to come in and save the day, blah, blah, blah. This movie, Halle Berry is in the secret organization called the Union, right, which is even more secretive than the CIA. We've never seen this type of story before, where there's this top secret agency that no one's heard of, and blah, blah, blah.
Hey, all you have to do is get on QAnon. You can hear all about this. You don't know about this?
Deep State.
Yeah.
So what is it? Oh, it's above the CIA?
Yeah, they're like even more special and secretive, and
of course.
What top secret than the CIA. And
again, Halle Berry, inconspicuous, doesn't draw a lot of
Right.
attention to herself.
And of course, she has to come back and get her high school boyfriend to help her out on this fucking mission, because only he can help her out on this mission.
What are you
And of
talking
course,
about?
her
I need to
high
work
school
out for
boyfriend-
18 hours a day. I can't do this. I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I saw
But
it.
I'm Halle Berry. All right, you have a point.
Is that one of the lines?
I saw a great meme about Mark Wahlberg. Somebody said the guy goes to bed at like 8 o'clock, gets up at like 5 in the morning
This is what I'm saying.
to work out for, they said something like 9 hours a day.
Then he prays.
To be in the best shape of
Then he
your
works
life.
out, then he prays,
Yeah,
then
and
he
they
works
go
out.
only to make the shittiest movies ever made. And then me and my wife, we were laughing forever about that. And then I go, oh look! I go, there's a new movie with Halle Berry and Mark Wahlberg, and we both just started laughing. We're like, here, perfect example.
I mean, in my opinion, he used to make some good movies. Like that movie Shooter was really good, and
Planet of the
I
Apes?
forget what the
Planet of the Apes?
The worst Planet of the Apes.
Tim Burton.
Those were
Yeah,
terrible.
probably not
No,
that one.
no,
yeah.
there was a phase in this podcast, probably the first 5 years, where every month you brought us a Wahlberg movie. You're like, this is the best.
Right.
And I love Boogie Nights.
I mean, Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
Forget
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Forget it. It's
and
amazing.
he's the perfect actor for that. Like,
right.
Mark, you got my heart.
Hands down.
Boogie
Yeah,
Nights.
dude. Yeah, hands down.
I call him Mark.
we're,
He calls me Mike.
we're like that. Oh,
Turn and cough.
my guy. Turn it.
All right, Wendell, what do you got?
But-
We're over budget on
mean-
this podcast.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I mean it just didn't make any. It was not original. It wasn't good. I mean, there's a few entertaining moments. I mean, it's better than that movie Jackpot that I shit all over last time. But that's not saying much.
You sound like Roger
At
Ebert.
one point in the movie, she has on like a full leather bodysuit. I'm like, wait a minute. Did she keep that from Catwoman or Batgirl or whatever fucking which one of those she
Still
played?
fits,
It
baby.
looked like the same outfit.
Meow.
Somebody asked. Yeah. One of the producers said, I don't know, is there a way we could find to put her in a fucking
bodysuit,
leather
yeah.
bodysuit?
Does she still do nudity? No. Okay.
All right.
What about the full
Yeah,
bodysuit?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we got to go on the bodysuit.
Can we get
All right, we got ourselves a picture, folks.
I don't have any
lines
lines in this scene. It just says full bodysuit.
Yeah, action.
I don't understand.
Yeah, Hallie. Let's get out there. Let's go.
Yeah, action.
Wendell, what are you giving this
Yeah.
movie? What are you giving this movie?
I'll give it like one ice cream truck, I guess. It just,
Damn.
it just wasn't original or very good. I mean, there was a few entertaining things, but
It's crazy. She's an Oscar
if you're really
winner.
bored,
That's how like weird Hollywood is now. She's an Oscar winner.
Sure.
Just collected paychecks. I mean, you got to be honest there. That's totally fine. You got it's like the Nicolas Cage approach,
no,
right?
I know.
Just collect paychecks. But you are correct. It's weird when you think about people that have won Oscars and then you see some of the body of work and you're like, wow, okay.
It's weird. It can like really fall off. I feel bad about this now. Cuba Gooding Jr. had a weird career after his Oscar.
I was thinking the same thing. I was about to say his name.
Yeah, but it's not that great.
What, the movie? Jerry Maguire?
No.
Or winning an Oscar.
Cuba Gooding. I just didn't think he's a very good actor.
Okay. Shots fired all over Hollywood.
But I mean, I know the movie you're talking about.
I don't know if you know this or not,
Yeah.
but
The
he
movie
is
was
the only
amazing.
star that listens to the show. So
Yeah.
You know what's so funny is like I'm obviously paranoid. It's going to stand in my way if we like shit on Wahlberg or Gooding Jr.
And then you don't get the part in the movie because
like I go like I've been on audition in 5 years.
But I mean this town literally works like that.
I am pitching a television show.
That's right. They're like, I heard what you said.
And I don't appreciate it.
Cuba was going to be a producer on this, but we're passing on your show now.
Cuba, I love you. Show me the money, baby. I'm pitching all
there it
around
is.
town.
There it is.
Thanks for listening to the Full Charge Power Hour. Thank you, Wendell. And we'll see you
You're
later,
welcome.
everybody.
Peace out, fam.
Classic.